First actual shift today. Uh, I saw some shit. I can't be super specific about a lot of it for like legal reasons and HIPAA stuff, but I have a little bit of leniency because I don't know anybody's name. Or really, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't know any specifics. A lot of stuff smelled like piss today, but that's not particularly abnormal. I'm in New York. A lot of this city smells like piss, so kind of serves to reason, but it's I spent a good portion of my shift pretty depressed, and I think what it is you get fed. I mean, I grew up like we weren't with my family. We weren't rich, and we were not rolling in money, but we were fine. We didn't have to deal with any like major issues. There was never a question of you know where are we going to get food. That was never a thing, and you growing up in a bubble like that, it's easy to get fed this narrative by Hollywood and the media and everything that all your struggles will lead to something. Something good comes out of the end of it, and there was just a little bit like it's I was able to get out of that funk during the latter part of my day, but the beginning of my shift, it was several hours of staring in the face proof that that's bullshit. That no, it's sometimes you're fucked and you can't unfuck yourself and you can only dig yourself in deeper and it will only get worse. It's like when someone my age or a little older than me or even someone in like their 40s is like a hardcore alcoholic or like addicted to drugs. It's you get this sense that like they can get better, that it'll be okay, that they just if they just get off the stuff, they can pull their life together. You hear that like you can pull your life together, and then I look at somebody today that was older than my dad, and he comes in flailing, just screaming and flailing and bucking and trying to get out of the bed, and there's a bunch of people holding him down. And again, this is a man that is like I don't. Shit. Damn it. He was older than my dad. That's like I think the paramedic thought he was on K2, which fuck, don't do that then. Because even if he's wrong, if looking at that he goes, oh, that's probably K2. Gee, maybe don't do K2 ever. But the paramedic was also like not handling his shit at all. It was kind of weird that he was really freaked out by the whole thing. I'm like, dude, you're an EMT. Get your shit together. Come on, man. You got a job to do. But I mean, you look at this guy and you look and you think it's like he's fucked. He's old now. He's old, and his life is still like this, and he's probably gonna die soon. And this is where he's gonna be. This is the end of his sentence. Is this? And I don't know. It was weird to see shit like that. And intellectually, it's there. You hear about the people that die tragically, or the drug addicts that die having left nothing, and you know that it exists, but like when you look at it, it hits you differently. And like I adjusted pretty relatively quick. It only took a few hours, and all in all, by the end of the day, like most of what I was thinking about is, man, I walked this whole time. That's pretty great. Like my feet hurt, but it's like I remember it being at the hotel, only a lot more, where once your feet get to a certain point, once you've walked and your feet are going, hey, it hurts to walk, they kind of just stay that bad. Like after a while, they don't get worse. But um, Yeah, there was a homeless woman in a wheelchair, just rolling around, and everybody said, "Oh yeah, she's a regular. She's in here all the time. Most nights she comes in here." And like she could barely string together a coherent thought. Like she couldn't. And before the end of my shift, we signed her out. We'd offered her a bed. She said no. She wanted to leave. And I say she said no. Really, she just wouldn't get in the bed and would not let us help her into the bed. She smelled terrible. And she signed the paper, and we explained, and she nodded that this means we're saying you shouldn't leave, but you want to leave because she kept trying to escape. And then she rolls off. She rolls like after some cajoling and being like, "No, you can't just go hang out in the waiting room and watch infomercials. You gotta go." She rolls out, and she's rolling down the wheelchair ramp. And I say to the person I'm working with, I say, "Where does someone like that go?" "I don't know," and she didn't know, but she'll be back tomorrow. I don't know. This isn't going anywhere. That's not the point of these. Is not to say something. I'm not looking for little nuggets of wisdom where I tie it back together with a moral. Sometimes life is just insane, and you accidentally stand next to someone else's insane window for too long, and you see how fucked everything is. And you just have to put your blinders on and go, "No, I've got to do my thing. I've got shit to deal with. I can't stop and look at everything. I can't look at all of this." I don't know. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. So when I wake up tomorrow morning, all of this will feel really far away. And I don't work tomorrow, so I'm gonna tour around some places, take a bunch of pictures for my mom. But today was weird, and it was and what made me happy was everybody kept saying when I said I was working ER, they're like, "Oh man, they threw you on the worst shift," and like as bad as it sounds, as soul crushing as that sounds, I didn't have a bad day. I was upbeat and chipper the entire time. It's just that the mechanics of thinking about it are dark and bleak, but I mean, all in all, today, like I did fine. I did okay, you know, and I just had to keep reminding myself that what I'm doing is helping people. That if I'm not there, somebody's gonna get kneed in the face, which would have happened today, or somebody is not gonna get seen, or they're gonna get hurt, or they're gonna die, or something. And the question is going to be, is that going to turn from purpose into stress? I don't know. Give it a week. But that's all I got tonight.